Hello! Welcome back to the garage. It's been a little while. I am Kyle of Give Pause Hobby, as always. I obviously pulled out all the stops today. I'm still in my pajamas at 1:30 because it's not a work day. Today, we're going to be bringing one of my favorites, Tesla versus Edison, to the table. So I'm able to finally show my player aid that I introduced in the previous video, and there's a link down below on tGG where to get that, because as I talked about in the previous video, if you're playing with robots, means you have to be playing with the expansion. That means you're going back and forth between the robot, the expansion, and the base game rulebook. So I tried to take those all and put them together, because honestly, as much as I love this game, it doesn't get to the table that often. It's usually long enough for me to kind of forget those little details, and then I have to flip back and forth between the books. So this is me putting it to the test, see if my player aid is actually going to aid this player. But before I get to the table, I just want to offer a special friend hello for those who are subscribed to the channel, those who like and comment and all that good stuff. So sign off down below, or sound off down below rather, what you think of this game. Have you played it? Do you like it? Or if it's been on your shelf, what is it that you need to get to the table? The right play group, to make sure the player aid works, or just the right time, because honestly, that's what it is for me. I suppose I should introduce Charles F. Brush, and I am taking the plunge, and the two robot opponents I'm playing are Tesla and Edison. So I am going to be kind of running around doing my own thing, while these two giants, titans of the industry, are doing theirs. Now they are the robot opponents for Edison. I don't know what this first card does, but I'm using the Ada Lovelace AI deck. And for, what is it, Grace? Yeah, the Grace Hopper deck for Tesla. So I will be kind of putting those up on screen to show you what the cards look like. As always, I think playthroughs are great ways to also learn the game. So if you've never played Tesla vs. Edison, you can see exactly how it works and how the AI system works. And if you're extra interested, again, the link to the video is all down below as well, where I go through not only the player aid, but just the rules of the game, how to play this in its entirety. So with that, let's get to the table. All right, so we're starting off with the Luminary Auction. So as I talked about, just like with every game, I'll kind of walk through some of the rules and then kind of streamline as I go. So the humans go first. We start each of 1, 3, and 5 with a Luminary Auction, and we pay 2,000 per phase, which is a way to make sure, I guess, if you're playing solo, like I am, you're not paying absolute bare minimum. Right now it's pretty close at just $2,000, but later on you'll get more. And then we're just going to remove a random one, because the robots don't actually use the luminaries. Their action cards sort of assume that they are growing. Oh yeah, look, it's only 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And I did have someone comment, I don't know, this doesn't have Celsius like a lot of thermometers do, so I have no idea what that means, Celsius. I should really learn that, so I can actually, say it. So, I think I'm going to go with Ada Lovelace, because she does give me some nice options for the technology track here. Propaganda, she doesn't give me money, but I have a feeling that these two goofballs are going to be using their money enough to make patents. I'm not super worried about that. So that's $2,000 to the bank, and that over there. And now we're going to randomly discard some luminaries. So Tesla, in air quotes, is going to get Edmonia Lewis, and then Edison is going to get Sarah Good. Okay, and then those go back over here. So then we reveal the event. So we are playing the solo mode So we will ignore auctions. That's the one thing that we need to adjust if you're playing the solo mode. So what we will do, however, is bump up, boop, boop, all of our stocks by 2. So there we go. And as I talked about in the other video, I like to put some of the cards, as beautiful as the map is, 3 players and over is just from Pittsburgh to the east. So by putting all of our cards over here, it eliminates the you know, percent chance that I will mess something up and you know, put a cube down on a spot that's not in the game. So we're starting with Edison, and he is going to go for the propaganda card that will adjust his fame the most. So this one, and then he adds 2. So he's going 1, 2, 3, and then he can't go up anymore. So he does, yeah, raises stock by the phase number. So he goes up in 1 with his stock, and then this gets flipped down. And that is that. Then he is going to move his bulb up to level 2, and he will get the patent. Since he did get the patent, his stock is going to go up by 2, so he's making money already. And then we'll come back to what he does for the stock phase later. All right, Nikola Tesla. He is also going to try to adjust his company's fame. He's only got 1, but he also adds 2 to it. So 1, 2, 3. Then this gets flipped. He's not worrying about technology, but he will claim the southernmost one, which is definitely Richmond. And that is what, 4? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for claiming the project. And then we'll again come back to the stocks later. Okay, so I'm going to, I already kind of regret not getting a luminary with a $sign here. But it is what it is. So I'm going to add a Lovelace, use her to go up to a level 2 bulb. That's exactly what she has, 2 lightning and 1 gear. And I'm going to use Charles Brush to do a level 1 project in Albany. So it's going to cost me 3,000 because he gives me, oh, but I do have to, right, 3,000 and then 2 more because I do have to pay the patent to Edison. But it only cost me 3 instead of 4 because he gets me a $1,000 discount per phase. I do get to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 for claiming the project. However, and that's it. So usually with different number of players, like human players, you would go luminary by luminary. But since we're doing solo play and the robots take their turn all at once, you know, essentially get to do your turn all at once, just like they do. All right, so let's get to bookkeeping. So we're going to make that match over there. Then the highest patent on either one of these bulbs never get money from highest patents, only AC and DC, and no one has any of those. So AC DC marker stays at the center. Okay, so I'm gonna get 12,000 for my stock. Robots never get any money on hand. And now we are going to go in order. So starts with Edison. He's going to get one of his own stock. Then Tesla is going to go with highest value, and then he breaks the tie over here because he's higher on the fame. So he gets one of his own. Then it comes to me. So cheapest is 17. Oh, sorry. Hold on. So 1 and 1 that were bought. So you need to raise those. So I'm at 19,000. I don't know that I want to actually buy any stock right now. I mean, I really kind of can't. Unless next turn I just focus on... No, I'm not going to. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything with mine. Okay, so we go back to events. Oh, hold on. Whoop. Okay, so no stock stuff going on. All technology advances require an extra gear this turn. Yikes, that's not great. Okie doke. Then we go over here to Edison. So going up to DC 3, sorry, boop, boop, and patenting it. So 1, 2, 3, sorry about the camera there. Then going to Menlo Park. And that's going to be up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is his turn. You know, he's not even going to do anything with stock this time. Okay, on to Tesla. And just a reminder, the AI doesn't actually, the primary effects don't affect them. So he was able to do the technology no problem. They can just ignore it. So if there's nothing that matches, he's going for company fame. He'll take the one that has the most money. He's just going to take that and say, well, I guess, hold on. So he will raise his, so 1, 2, so I'm going to boop, raise it. He can't go any higher. And then AC/DC 1. I'm going to say he's going to move it away from DC because he does not like Edison. Then he's going to go, again, the southernmost one. Menlo Park is gone. So southernmost one is actually now Lynn. Way over here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is his turn. Wow. Just realized these office things that he has. Quite good. Like his studio, his office, his lab. Man, they're all really good. Okay. I think I figured it out. So I'm going to move up AC. Takes an extra gear, but he has 2, so no problem. And he has a $sign. So I'm going to patent it. 1, 2. Then I'm going to claim a level 2. But I could get a level 2 here, which is a bigger one. Costs 8,000 though. Nah, I'm gonna do Scranton. Okay, so there's 4,000. And I do have to pay 2,000 to Edison to do it. But since I'm using AC, I get an extra stock. So it's 4 plus 1. So I go up 5. So I'm at 25. That was with Ada. And that is my turn. So we're going to go into bookkeeping. Present and future frame did actually change. Ha-cha-cha. Then, unfortunately, so Edison does still have the highest patent here, so he goes up there. AC/DC track goes back to the center. Then we are going to get some money. So I'll get 16,000. And then we do our stuff. So Tesla gets Tesla stock. It's very on brand for him. Edison doesn't do anything. Now I have 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. 29. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to get a stock of my own. Cost me 25. No, that's not true. I'm going to use a stock of Edison because I can always leverage that later and bust his stock price down. So I'm going to bunk, bunk. Move that up. Whoops, sorry. Did I move those up? Yes, I did, because Edison didn't do anything. So I moved Tesla's up, spend a bunch of money, Yikes. So I got 4,000. That is it. Okay. So we're going to move over into auction mode. Okay. It's not great. It's 2,000 a phase. So I'm paying 4,000. I mean, they're all roughly the same, but I do kind of want to have one who gets me an Edison stock. So I get that. Then let's see. Tesla is going to get Oliver Schallenberger. Edison will get William Stanley Jr. These will go over here. Get to those later. And then Tesla gets, randomly drawing here, his own stock. Again, on brand. Edison will get Tesla. Interesting. So these get discarded because they're no longer in phase one. I very well may need to do propaganda just so I can get some money. Because, yikes. Okay. Auction. Take double your normal profits from bookkeeping. Nope. So 1, 2, 1, 2. They go up by that. Okay. Moving on to turn 3, round 2. Sorry, phase 2, turn 3. Whatever. Okay, let's go on to Tesla, who's at the top of the track. He's going to go for AC3, but he will not patent it. He's just going up that high. And then he is going to flip his lab and his office. Now, these are only victory points at the end. Really, the only one that they will ever actually use is the works, because that's the special victory points they go for. And then you get, the 1, 3, 6, and 10, depending on how many you have built. The actual ability, just like the inventor ability, does not count for the robots. They do not care about that. Okay, so that is what they are doing. Edison is going bananas here. So he's going bulb 3, 1, 2, 3, and he's going up to DC4, and patenting both of them. Wow. Okay, and then he also will flip over his lab, and that is his turn. All right, I'm trying something crazy here. William Arnold Anthony is going to flip over AppPie, my laboratory. So I get +2 to either lightning or the gear when he is personally involved. Then I'm going to combine Ada and Brush. I'm going to jump up to 4. Let me just double check. So 1, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 4. So 4 and 4, and I have 4 and 3. So I'll add 2 to the gear. So I can do it. And because Brush does have a $sign, I'm going to patent it. So I'm going to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4 for the patent. So very different turn from what I thought I was going to do. But hopefully I can get some money from that getting used. And yeah, let's see what happens now. So in bookkeeping, fame track same, that's already at the center. I am going to get 22,067. And let's see, Tesla, take the highest value. So he's getting some Edison, and it goes up by 2 because it is phase 2 now. And then highest on DC. Oh, hold on, sorry. So before that happened, they both Edison and I should have went up 2 because the phase number. Because we tie for the 2 highest patents. So So I'm still getting 22. That doesn't. And then he would have got Edison. Edison is still definitely at the top. Edison gets one of his own because he has the highest patent for DC. So he gets another 2 there. I suppose I could sell an Edison to get one of my own. I think I'm going to. I'm going to sell an Edison. So 41 and get 8,000 back to liquidate one of these. Boop. Okay. So I'm feeling good about myself. I'm not. I think we're gonna do all right. So let's see what we got going on here. Alan Pinkerton. All players must immediately exhaust 1 luminary, making them unavailable this turn. Yeesh. That would have been nice to have this office here. I could ignore primary effects. Boy, oh boy. I guess this one. That's no good. Okay, let's see what happens with Tesla. So he's going to try hit AC. He can't. I've already patented it. He does also move up to light bulb 3. He goes to the southernmost 3 project, which is Washington, D.C., which means he has to pay me $4,000 to use the thing. Okay, and but then he does, that is a middle-sized thing, so it's up 5, so it goes up to 33. Okay, so DC, I guess they're tie, so the highest one here is going to be one of these. I guess it doesn't really matter. So flip this, so it is DC up by 2, 1, 2, and then another one here, and flips that over. Okay. Goes for level 4 bulb and patents it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And goes for closest to Menlo Park 2. So I guess that would be Worcester, I think. It's a little one. So it's 4 stock price, but plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yikes. Okay. All right. Power play. So I'm going to use brush to go up, because with apple pie, I can give him 4 for lightning, 2 for thing, and he does have the thing, the $, so up to 40. So I permanently have the highest patent here. Means Tesla can't steal it from me. Means every round I'm going to be going up by the phase number in the bookkeeping phase on the stock price, which seems good. Ada is going to call it Ada. I don't know. Set my fame track to 1 or get bulb 3. I think get bulb 3. So I just, yeah. Not a super exciting turn, but important. So doing that, this goes down. Thank goodness. Tesla gets a Tesla stock. Edison gets the person with the highest AC patent, which is me. And then it is to me. And here's where I think, yeah, I gotta do it. Oh, I don't have Edison, so I can't do it. Never mind. How much money do I have? 20, 40. Yeah, I can't just buy it. I can't just, oh, hold on. Duh. I have to make money. Oh, and what am I doing? Make money, and I get to go up. Boop, boop. So I get 30 grand. Okay, so I actually can do. So I have 30 on the nose. Yeah. So 17 extra. And I will buy Edison. Sure, he's going to go up a little bit, but then I can tank him later. Use it to buy my own stock back. So what does that leave me with? 13 grand. Not a ton. So moving into players move the ACDC one more space during the propaganda on their turn. What? Oh, got it. Ooh, and all stock. Virginia State Senate. Yeesh. Oh, hold on. What am I doing? We need to do an auction. Okay, so I think I need to go with Michael Faraday because he gets me Edison, and I'm just going to tank his stock for the remaining 2 rounds. So that is 6,000 that I have to pay for that. So these 2 go away, and they each get 1 of my stock. Which, if I do, if I play my cards right, I'm going to ensure is worth a lot of money at the end of the game. So let's put out new propaganda. Westinghouse dead. Okay, so I just revealed this. That's what reminded me that I needed to actually do it. So all this is getting moved over, and they can move the AC/DC track up 1 more space during their propaganda action this turn. So let's see what Edison does. Sorry, Tesla. All right, so AC +1. So this one is 2. So 4, right? 2 is 1, and the 1 from that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. I like it, because we are the same mind, you and I, Tesla. AC up to 5, patent, womp womp. Bulb up to 4, patent, womp womp. Southernmost 4 is here in Baltimore, so that's going to be 6 stock plus 2, 8. Goes up to 39. Woo! Okay, big turn. Let's see what. Whoa, okay. So Menlo Park 224. So the closest to Menlo would be, we're going to say Providence, which is a middle one. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. That would have given me a cool 5,000. Nice. So Edison goes to Providence, which is 5 on the stock, but -1 if he's using DC, which clearly he is. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the other 2 closest to Menlo is Buffalo. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a 4 closest to Menlo Park is going to be New York City. 6 -1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 5. There we go. Wow. Okay. And then he flips over his works. +1 victory point for every level 1 and 2 project you hold. Yeah, that's a good amount, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 victory points right now. Okie doke. So, you know what? I'm going to do something kind of crazy. I'm going to go for Brush and Faraday. And we're going to go up to level 5 Bulb and patent it. So now I'm making some money from people using my stuff. So the other 2, so I have 12,000 right now. So Newark costs 8, but it would be 3. Or I could just go for that one. Go for a big one. I really want to get to a 4, because if I can turn my works over, I get 5 victory points if I have a 1, 2, 3, and a 4. And I have all of those but... Sorry, I'm doing the wrong ones. So I have a 1 and a 2, I can get a 3 and a 4. So if I go here for the 3, that's the only one I have unlocked. I suppose I can go here, but I have to pay the thing. But I could pay the fee... No, I'm doing it. Philadelphia. So let's adjust our fame track. Let's bring this down. I get 32 grand. I also then get I go up by 3. 1, 2, 3, because I have the highest patent. Thank you very much. And then I get first crack at stock. So I'm going to get rid of an Edison and take a brush, which will net me 2,000. And that is it. Cool. So now Tesla goes for lowest stock, which is his. And Edison goes for highest stock, which is mine. Then we move on. Final round. Auction. We don't. Stocks don't change. So, and I am first up. Obviously, I need enough to get this, which I definitely do. I also need to flip this over, so let's just do that now before I forget. So flip over my works. Gonna flip over, or do Charles, so I get a discount here. This costs 12, but he's gonna give me 3 off, so just 9. Boop, boop, boop. 11,000 back, and boom, Philadelphia. Oh, hold on. I'll keep the money over there, but first I am going to do you? No, I'm already gonna get 1 extra stock. Never mind. So I'll still do it. So it's 7. Awesome. Got 2 more and a bunch of money. So I could do Great Barrington stock times 2. Let's steal it. So that's 4,000. We'll say with ADA, and it is 4 times 2 and then plus 1. So 9. Wow, we are at the top. And I can't flip this over with anyone. I guess actually, hang on, let's just reverse engineer. I'm going to use this to flip over my office instead, and I will give 3,000 back from his discount. There we go. So now I've completely updated my office, and I still have that much money. That is my turn. So next up is Tesla AC. It's none of them. So flip over this one. Boop, boop. Goes up to 5. Can patent it because I did it. Easternmost 5. There is only 1 5 because I took the other one. It is stock times 2. So he does give me 10,000 for using both of my patents. Thank you so very much. And it is 4 times 2 plus 2, so he gets 10. Goes up by 10 for that. He does his works, and we'll talk about his stock later. Edison, final turn. DC plus 2, so you will flip this bad boy over. Oh, and I guess, hang on. Tesla would have knocked his thing up here. Is that this one? Yeah, would have done 2. So 1, 2, 3. And then Edison would have done this as well. And then AC. Boop, boop. Or, sorry, DC. Menlo Park for Brooklyn. So 6, just straight 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I do get another 10,000 for the patents. Nope, 5,000 for the patents because he doesn't care about my AC. Then he's gonna flip over the rest of his studio. All right, so then we finish this up. Ends right in the middle. Tesla goes for highest fame, which is his own. 1, 2, 3. Edison also goes for highest fame, but Tesla's all gone, so he buys one of his own. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to get rid of an Edison and get one of my own, which means I need to kick in 16 grand for that, which I think is fine. It is 16 grand. Did I already get rid of the Edison? I must have. And that goes over like that. Okay. And then we total them up. Oof. So in fame order, Tesla 77, Edison 70, Brush 66. So what really crushed it, I mean, so Tesla, so I guess I should have counted. He had 10 of his own stock. One of Edison, one of mine. So that's just for the sake of argument. If I had flip-flopped, tanked Edison's stock or Tesla's instead of Edison's, so he would have lost 10 points here. So he would have been down to 67, because he got 5 points per share. If he was last, he would have only gotten 4. He would have gotten 1 more point. We'll just negate one of them because his Edison stock would have negated the one Tesla. So 68 would have been his. Edison would have done 7 better, so 6 better. So he would have done, okay, so it was a horse apiece. I would have either come closer to having second place and being almost the same amount behind Edison, like he's 1 off from first place, or like it was now, it's a more distant to second place and still. Ugh. I mean, because all I wound up at the end were 7 shares of my own and 1 Tesla. And I feel like I've done this before. I feel like I have, it's again, the game, long time elapses between when I play it, and so I kind of relearn some things the hard way over and over. And one of those things is, I don't think dumping other people's stock to knock them down to then buy your own is quite the pro strat that I think it is. Because I think every time I've played this solo, I've thought about that. I've been like, well, let's, this seems like cheating because the robot can't do anything about it, but clearly it's not. And then we get to the end of the game, I tally up the points, and I didn't actually do that well. I mean, I'm way over here. In the base game, this is the be-all, end-all. Your stock price is what the game is based off of, but everything else that gets added to it now. So even though I maxed out my works, so did Edison. Even though I got, or my headquarters, even though I got my 5 points for my works, so did Tesla, and Edison got 4, so that essentially meant nothing. I only had 17 grand left at the end, so I took third in money on hand, so I got 4 points. I mean, that one was, it was, 6 points, 5 points, 4 points, so that's not a huge one. It's really what it came down to was my stock portfolio. And, yeah, that's rough. Look at these patents. Look at this whole world that I built. I should have been putting that money that they're giving me on patents into just buying stock, not always trading it, but buying it. Ugh. Womp womp. Well, win, lose, or draw, a day that you get to play board games is a good day. So I'm not going to be too sad. I am really glad I got a game to the table. The player aid did definitely help. There's still the same amount of questions that I have about the game, but I have a more streamlined way of finding it, even though it is pretty wordy. Like I've said before, it's a pretty dense player aid, but it's organized in such a way that you can find the thing that you're looking for and, read through that section, boom, figured it out, and you can eliminate all the flipping. I never needed to go to the rule books, which is mission accomplished. That was my primary reason and aim for this player aid, and it worked. So with that, if you've made it here all the way to the end of the video, first of all, I, as Kyle Frost and Give Paws Hobby, want to give you a +1 to stay in Frosty. For those of you who are friends of the channel, if you've liked, commented, subscribed, let me know. What would you have done different? Was there a spot where you were like, you're going the wrong way, you're not going to win this game, you haven't figured it out yet? Honestly, I really love this game because any game where I have the idea, I was like, I've got it all figured out, and then we get to the end of the game and I'm like, I do not have it all figured out. That's a game that captures my interest and my attention. So anyways, thanks for taking some time with Give Paws Hobby while I play some things that I really enjoy, and I hope you take some time to play some things that you really enjoy. Tesla versus Edison, or whatever else it may be. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.